Hello, Neil family. We are live and we are going to be talking about the biggest trend, global trend right now. I'm going to get my guests to come in and join as we talk about the biggest global trend. Welcome. Oh, I'm so excited about our special guest today. Where are you? There you are. Hey.
Hi, it's been a minute.
And here she is.
I'm a tech genius.
You are. You did it.
I've never done this.
Ever done a live with all of your...
Is this your first live?
Well, not the live, but joining in.
No, live, period. When have I ever gone live before?
I'm so glad we get to burst your live, Jerry.
I have a whole setup in here for you guys. I'm so excited.
I can only imagine. You're, we are so happy to have you. And I don't know if I do see some familiar faces that know who you are.
I see James. I see Clove Hair Salon. My girl, Giovanna.
Okay, who are you, special guest?
My name is Ava Van Anglen. I am the manager of product development. I specifically focus on professional hair products, but sometimes I dabble in these retail items, and I've got to see the creation of our most recent launch, Scalp Solutions, and there might be some future exciting things to come within that new family of products as well, that if you stick on for the whole show today, you might get a little sneak peek. So that's my little treat to you guys.
And we also put this on YouTube as well, so they can also go.
Okay, so I have to be very careful about what I
yeah, be very careful. But no, it's been awesome since you've been in this role, and if you guys need to follow her on Instagram because you tease us every week. It kills me. I'm like, what's in the box? What's in the box?
I was really excited to come into this role and start to share the behind the scenes of product development, because my background is as a hair colorist and similar to both of you, teaching and training hair color in the field. So we sometimes, Alberto and I get to see the development of things behind the scenes, but now this is my full-time job. And I learned that I can't really show you guys much of anything because I'll lose my job now. So I have to be sneaky about it.
Like you're in the CIA or something. You can't talk about it.
I know. That's why I'm dressed like an FBI agent today. So
I love that. So, all right, today's topic is all about skinification of hair, which is a global trend, and we just want to make sure that everyone stays on top of this. We don't want anyone left out because it is coming, it is here, and it is important to know. It's important to know why it's important, if that makes any sense. So I wanted to ask all of us, when you first heard skinification of hair, what did that mean to you? What came to your mind?
You want to go, Alberto?
Yeah, I can go first. Just like how skincare went through this huge movement, and there were tons of skinfluencers. Now it's transitioning to hair care, right? People are looking for high performing hero ingredients. And that's what the movement in skincare had. Not everybody wants to use the same stuff now, so they're looking for those skinfluencers. That's what they were called.
I've never heard that before.
Yes, skinfluencers.
I love that. All right,
learning things.
So now, it's all about high performance hero ingredients in hair and stuff.
Yeah. And I think the three of us on this call are product junkies, and probably, a lot of our colleagues from the field that are joining. But I obviously use a lot of products on my hair. I just alone this morning, I think I used 7 products on my skincare, but I didn't wash my hair today at all. I think I put air control in, but the thing that I have started to notice in this process that is completely neglected on my body is my scalp. And so it's if I'm using 7 products on my skin, especially for anti-aging is, my main goal for keeping it, looking healthy and vibrant, then, I actually started to learn a lot in this role too about how the scalp, you know, being a skin organism translates into your hair. So maybe I don't see my scalp aging, like, you know, but I can see my hair aging. Think about how many clients I have that show me pictures of their hair color from 15 years ago. And it's like, I can still make that color, but your hair has aged. And when I started to learn the connection between like scalp aging and how that reacts to our hair and changes the structure of our hair, it clicked for me. I was like, oh, I need to take care of my scalp like skin, like I do the rest of my skin. And a lot of the products that are being innovated for that world, when we're thinking about skinification of the hair, are very similar to the skincare products that I use. So that like helped me really make the connection between the two as well.
Yeah, somebody told me that the scalp's an extension of your face, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Well, like we learned that like face is like here to here, but it's actually like here to like,
right.
like we stop. So, oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, like I was talking to Ricardo Dennis about it. It's like, oh, I'm like, well, I don't wash my hair every day. And it's like, you wash your hands a bajillion times a day. You wash your skin, I mean, for most people, at least once, twice a day. Like the fact that I haven't been, you know, washing my scalp or even thinking of my scalp at all on a day-to-day basis, like started to seem crazy. And so there was one product that I kept teasing on my socials that was in like a nondescript bottle that I was like, I am obsessed with this thing. And it's one thing that I can use on my scalp every single day, regardless. And so this is like what we do in R&D. We get like nondescript bottles and then I try to hide them from you guys on social media. But this is this, okay? So I'm revealing what it was. It was the scalp mist. And so like now, if I do at least one thing, it's this product, and it makes my hair feel like, it makes my scalp and hair feel like clean again. Because I like to go several days, you know, before I'm like washing the hair itself. So
yeah, same. I'm excited. Yeah, and yeah, the skinification, you know, for me it was all about the same, you know, how the Alberta, you were saying like it's an extension, you know, just kind of like it hit me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, we take care, you know, healthy skin starts from within. So healthy hair also starts from within. And it just started clicking. And I was like, I need to get to work here. Like I have not been taking care of my scalp like I was supposed to. And just to think how many clients we see on a daily basis that have some sort of scalp concern, we can see it, you know, and the fact that we're now with this, I mean, luckily we have all this education now and we can really make a difference, I believe, in so many people's lives because it's such a sensitive topic when you talk about your scalp.
For sure.
Yeah. So
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
You know, and I've seen it before and I've been involved in it before, but can you tell our viewers like what really goes behind the scenes behind the new product?
Sure. You know, I showed you a little bit about, you know, stuff like this. Obviously there's stuff that we get to test, but there's this whole process before it even gets to here, you know, of the creation of a product. And it really starts with a whole team that we have called innovation. So innovation is looking at technology and ingredients, and they'll have, you know, these maybe plants that come across their desk or different technologies and formations of ingredients that we could use. And they're like, okay, this is really cool. Like right now we're working with something in hair color that they discovered that like, what can we do with it? Like they start to look at what the ingredient does and what the benefits are. And then they're like, okay, so this is great for, you know, like a form of salicylic acid, right? Because salicylic acid can have so many different sources. A lot of times we use wintergreen, it could be a synthetic, it could be another plant source. All right, so what do we like to use salicylic acid for? We like to use it for exfoliating, for renewing skin cells, for, you know, making things, you know, like refreshing things. And so they start to build off of that, right? And sometimes it's starting from like a brand new technology or an ingredient and innovation, or sometimes it's looking at a previous product and looking at what they have in their arsenal of tools and how can they make it like newer, better technology. Because this beauty world changes so fast, and there's so many new things, especially when it comes to harnessing like the plant power of things that we can access all the time. And so, you know, we're getting better and better. I mean, this company's been around for what, like over 40 years. We're getting better and better at leveraging these naturally derived products versus synthetics. And so it starts to reflect in the products that we create. So it starts with innovation. Then they kind of hand it over to R&D and they're like, I think this would be great for, let's say, a scalp spray, right? And so they start to create with a form. So it's like, okay, we want it to be something that sprays on the scalp. And then they send it to safety because we're like, we're not the like first ones that try things and we're like, ah, it's burning, you know, like it goes through like safety and then we get it and they're like, okay, so like in theory, we created this thing that has all these beneficial ingredients that's similar to other things that we've created that's going to be great for like refreshing your scalp in a day. And then you try it and you're like, yeah, this is awesome. Or sometimes we come back and we say, you know, I don't love the smell of it, or I don't love like that it's leaving the hair a little tacky, or, you know, whatever. And they can start to, you know, we work back and forth with research and development and product development on how to make it better. Then I send it to like you guys, you know, and so this is the question I get the most is like, how do I get to test some of your products? And it's a lot of bribery. No, I'm just kidding. But like, it's usually people that I'm like, oh, okay, like they have this hair type that would be really beneficial for this. Like, let me see what they think of it, you know? And honestly, there takes a lot of trust in being able to work with people that are field testing things that might not ever even become something that everybody gets to see. Or that, you know, for this, like, you know, we want it to be a surprise for you guys and we want it to be exciting and we want to have, you know, all of our information when we launch it. And so being part of the preliminary testing is really important and it helps us just validate like, okay, how is this going to be a launch in the field and how are people going to react to it and are they going to love it? But it also, I mean, the testing goes on and on and on and on. So we test for claims. Like when we say that it does something, we have to go through a lot of testing to prove that what we're saying is actually true. And then, you know, seeing all the different results and with a launch like Scalp Solutions, I'm looking at the products in front of me. I have 1, 2, 3, like 5 or 6 products, right? That all go through this process. So it's a lot of work, but it's really cool. It's interesting to see things that kind of start out and never make it down the road. And then that's when I just, you know, turn the bottles around and take lots of pictures and tease all of you. So you never really know what ends up actually getting launched.
And it's amazing, just, you know, as we start to experience more innovation with technology and just how that's getting incorporated into our product lines too. Oh no, we lost her. Hold on, let me go grab her. This is quite fascinating. I see a lot of people are wanting to be volunteers. I as well would love to be a volunteer. I have curly hair. Sorry. And I'm just saying I have curly hair.
I heard. Okay, everybody in the chat, if you want to be a volunteer, just put your name in there. Oh, look, my sister just joined. I was trying to see the comments and then I like did something weird and lost you guys.
Let's talk about the chemistry for a moment because I have a question.
Oh yeah, that'll go into what I was saying.
You know, like one of the new hot words that kind of really came about with botanical repair was green chemistry. What is it?
So I actually Googled it. I mean, okay, like when I first was thinking about green chemistry, I was like, well, like we've been doing green chemistry like since back in the day. I mean, like Horst Rechelbacher, our founder, started to see the benefits of plants and healing our bodies, and then was like, well, why wouldn't I do this for like every element of my life, my skincare, my body care, my makeup, like all of this can be transitioned into plant-based ingredients versus synthetic ones. And so the definition is technically like the creation of products without hazardous chemicals, right? So it's removing highly processed hazardous chemicals from the ingredient list of a product and replacing them with things that are coming from a natural plant-derived source, or you could even stretch it a little further where it's like just something that's not harmful to you, right? But at Aveda specifically, we're looking for plants as our resource to harness like the benefits and the power of those. And so green chemistry, you know, like I said, like it's something that we've been perfecting over a long period of time. And I think the difference, there's one thing about having a product that's made out of plants, and then there's a difference between something that's high performance with plant-derived ingredients, right? And so not only are we looking just to be like, oh, well, there's plants in this product, and especially when it comes to this product, if we're talking about Scalp Solutions, we're talking about these probiotics that are creating recreating the microbiome and microorganisms of the scalp, right? And they're working and interacting together because we've got a lot of stuff going on up there. And so things like Centellica asiatica or Andrographis or salicylic acid, like I said, salicylic acid to me is a key one because it can come from so many different sources. But we're looking for plants to give us the benefits and to give us the ingredients to create that performance and at a very, very high level. And so these are retail products. These are products that have this green chemistry that everybody can use. But wouldn't it be cool if maybe like there was something that was like professional, like level to that too, you know? And so we create pro only products at Aveda. We create, you know, chemicals like hair color, and we used to do, you know, perms and smoothing treatments and things like that, but we also offer other professional services. And so we have to be able to perform at that level while still using green chemistry. And that's something I think we do really well at Aveda.
Nice. That was a great answer.
I know.
You hired me for a reason. I mean, I can't wait to watch this back on YouTube later. We're like, this is so great. No, it's a passion for me. And I'm sure for a lot of people, you know, that are joining us and are part of the brand too. Green chemistry it's a really cool thing. I mean, I always say, if you know, we've got Congress coming up this year, which is a great time to like interact with other, you know, partners in the brand. You get to come to Minneapolis, you get to be close to like, you know, the Willy Wonka chocolate factory here, you know, like, and you get to a lot of times at Congress interact with the chemists and the R&D and the claims lab and innovation. And I always say, like, if you get time with them, like ask them these cool questions about green chemistry that you've wanted to know, because they know so much. It's incredible.
Yeah. And I think it's important too, like, you know, we all geek out over this stuff. Like, we need to geek out with our clients about it too. You know, we need to spread the message on how important this is, how important green chemistry is, and you know, why it's beneficial for you, for your skin, for your insides. And, you know, with this topic today with Scalp Solutions, I mean, it's super important.
Yeah. I think it really strengthened my relationship with my guests behind the chair when I would talk to them. Because a lot of times I would get the question a lot, like, well, why do you like working with this brand? And why are you, you know, why do you prefer Aveda? And it kind of started to lead into that direction when we would have that conversation. So yeah, I think it's just a really, you could just go off the deep end thinking about it, talking about it, researching it. And
we'll have you
I guess I kind of did. That's how I ended up here. I was like, went off the deep end. I was like, let's go all in. Well, and so my picture for our promoting today, I was wearing a lab coat, and I told Stephanie I might wear a lab coat, but my new like thing is telling people that I'm a scientist, but I'm not really.
I mean, you kind of are.
I kind of am.
Yeah.
The scientists here, they don't like buy it, but everybody else seems to believe it.
You'll get there. It'll be the next hashtag goal.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to thank you so much for being on with us, and also wanted to tell our viewers too that there's so many resources out there for learning more about skinification of hair. You can log on to Neil U. There's a fantastic e-learning course where you can get your little certificate as well. Completely blew my mind taking this course. It's amazing.
I want to do it.
It's really good. Like really good.
I'm gonna do that after this.
And you can also do it on Aveda Pure Pro too. So Aveda Pure Pro, Neil U. Come to Neil U. And yeah, you can check your resources, talk to your SDPs, and, you know, talk to Ava's great friend, Google. Google has a lot of information too.
I literally Googled like 5 things for this call.
Look, I Googled a lot after doing that e-learning. I was like, holy moly. And I just went down this tunnel, and I'm like, my poor scalp. I'm so sorry. I've been neglecting you all these years.
For sure.
So, well, cool. Alberto, do you have anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm excited to see you at the end of January.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Alberto's coming to the HQ.
Yep.
The motherland.
We both need a lab coat pick.
Yeah.
Well, we could totally do that. We could totally do that. Yeah. Follow me. Feel free to, message me if you guys ever have any kind of weird ingredient questions or things like that. That's what I really want my page to be for, is this kind of access point for artists to learn more about the development of products and what things are launching and coming soon. This is, who knows
Something.
what this is? This is something. That's my sneak peek for you guys. Yeah, and what was I going to say? Oh, apparently, like, Scalp Solutions is shipping like now or next week, and everyone should have it by January 1st. So you get to start giving yourself like your little spa days at home and think about how you are taking steps to take care of your face and your skin, and start to like use these in the same way and translate it over to your scalp, because trust me, my scalp it needed that. I need a little love. It's too late for me to reverse any like gray hair or anything like that, but I think that my gray hair is like smoother, healthier, shinier. I think there's definitely been benefits to like caring for my hair through my scalp. So I've been really stoked about these, especially like I said, my little spray and my best friend.
Well, we are looking forward to a new year with new scalp.
Absolutely. Well, thanks guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Everyone.
Talk soon.